So Algo has made a move of just short of 15% to the upside in the space of a few days. And you can see that we ended up tapping into this region that I set out between 18.95 cents to 19.96 cents, which is the X-Wave target. And that X-Wave target is a 50 to 88.2% retracement of this W wave, where I'm currently tracking a WXY structure to the downside, where that WXY structure would then complete the Z wave. And that Z wave target sits within this range between 15.62 cents to 16.42 cents. And what's interesting is we did see a breakout from this region, and we have since tapped into this region once again. And so one thing that I'm looking at for is a continuation to the upside where we break this level at 20.27 cents, where you can see, smart money concept is indicating that we have a strong high. And so if Algo was to breach that level, then that will then result in a break of structure and a change of character, which will then further confirm that we are on a bullish run. And if that's the case, then it's possible that the bottom actually bottomed out at 17.72 cents, and we see a continuation to the upside. And for that structure to play out, what we need to see is a WXY structure, where essentially this is the W wave, and we ended up having a short X wave, and then we have a Y wave to the upside like so. And what I'll do is set out that Y wave target, which is a 1 to 1.226 retracement of the W wave. And so what we could see is Algo reach anywhere between 20.2 cents to 20.59 cents. So what I'll do is I'll set that target out. So anywhere within this region here. Now you can see that we actually ended up tapping into that region, and so it's possible that the Y wave is complete and we failed to breach past that level at 20.27 cents, and then we see that move to the downside. But I am still looking for a further move to the upside, and the reason being is because within this Y wave, what we have playing out right now is a 5-wave move, where this is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like so. And so what I'll do is check to see if that third wave, which is this one here, met the typical requirements, which is a 1.618 retracement of the wave 1. And you can see that we met that target. So if I remove this, and you can see that that target sits at 19.88 cents, which we ended up extending beyond. And we have this retracement to the downside that we're currently experiencing right now. And within this third wave, what we can see is another 5-wave move that's playing out also. And so it's possible that we haven't yet actually completed the third wave, and there is still a little bit more room to the upside to complete that third wave. And then we see that retracement to the downside to complete the fourth wave, followed by a final 5th wave move to the upside. And so this fourth wave would typically retrace anywhere between 23.6 to 50% of the third wave. And so we have extended beyond the 23.6% retracement level, and we could potentially reach 19.48 cents, which more or less aligns with the 200 DMA during the time of recording. And so we could even find support at that 200 DMA and then see a bounce to the upside to then complete the third wave. And then we'll see a fourth wave play out, followed by another 5-wave move to the upside, where we then break this local high at 20.27 cents. So if I go on the 4-hour chart, what you can see is we are within overbought conditions. And so it is possible that we retrace towards that 50 EMA, which currently sits at 19.44 cents during the time of recording. But again, I'm looking for a bounce to the upside, and ideally, I'd like to see Algo actually retest that 200 DMA, which sits at 20.69 cents. And in fact, if I go back to the hourly chart, the best case scenario would be that rather than a WXY structure forming, what we could have forming is a 5-wave move to the upside, where we can then potentially even retest that 200 DMA. And then if I go on the daily chart, as far as the daily chart goes, we are not yet within the overbought conditions, and so the bulls still have the momentum to continue to drive the price of Algo up towards higher highs. And again, ideally, I'd like to see Algo continue to retest those key EMA levels, where on the daily chart, that 50 EMA level sits at 20.91 cents during the time of recording. And so that's just my update on Algo. Hopefully you found this useful, and if you did, then feel free to hit that like button, and if you're new, feel free to subscribe. Take it easy, people. Peace.